Okay guys, don't mind my boxes back here as we're in the process of packing and everything right now with the move. Welcome. If you're new here, I like to make videos about stewardship and just stewarding the gifts that God gives us and creating healthy disciplines in our life. So if that's something that interests you, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So I thought I would do a little bit more of a sit down video. I don't usually do this, but just with the process of packing and moving and everything right now, I'm taking advantage of the opportunity to sit down. Little different video this week for you. So maybe you're in a season of busyness right now, just like I am, or maybe this is a little bit slower of a season for you with the holidays and you're able to slow down a little bit more. Wherever you find yourself, I hope that this video can be helpful for you just in being a little bit more intentional about taking time to slow down. We hear a lot about like the hustle culture and just we kind of praise this whole idea of being busy all the time. We ask people, how are you doing? And most people are just like, I'm doing good, but I'm just super busy. So while it is good stewardship to use our time well and to actually strategically plan what we do with our time, I think it's also really healthy to take intentional time to slow down and to be more present in the things that we're doing. I know that I need to do things that remove that frantic feeling of needing to go from like one thing to the next. I also want to preface this by saying that these disciplines are specific to me and I recognize that these are not going to be the same for everyone. So what is helpful for me to slow down might not be helpful for you. What I want you to really take away from this video is the principles behind the disciplines that I'm mentioning, rather than the specific discipline itself. Okay, so my number one discipline that really helps me to slow down is cloth diapering. And I totally get that cloth diapering is not for everyone. So let me ask you this. What is something that you do at a slower pace or that you choose to do yourself that maybe modern technologies make it a little bit easier? So maybe you enjoy making your own bread. We can go to the grocery store and grab bread, but you specifically enjoy making bread yourself. Or maybe you enjoy sewing your own clothes. So a lot of people tell me all the time they can't even imagine doing cloth diapering, but for me, there are so many benefits to it. Not only does it save us a ton of money, it's good for the environment, but also it really just helps me to slow down because it takes a little bit longer to do these things. Whereas I can easily go and change my child's diaper with a disposable and throw it in the trash. But using cloth diapers, I have to put them in the laundry machine. I have to go hang them on the line to dry. There's just a lot more steps in the process to it. So like I said, I know cloth diapering is not for everyone, but for me specifically, it really helps me just to take time to slow down. Okay, my number two discipline that helps me to slow down is cooking. Cooking is something that I've really come to love over the years as being a homemaker and a wife and a mom now. There's something really therapeutic and creative about cooking. I really love just turning on a good podcast or a Spotify playlist while I'm cooking and taking the time to really prep my food, prep my ingredients for that meal. I love that I'm cooking my family a really healthy and nutritious meal. So to me, this is really one of those ways that I can serve my family. There's so many benefits to it, not only in regards to financially saving, but also in regards to health and just having more nutritious foods. So if you don't cook your own meals at home, I highly suggest trying this out if you're needing to just slow down a little bit. My number three discipline is intentional playtime with your kids. So this one might seem a little bit, you play with your kids at home all the time. But I want to say that I am very intentional about when I play with my kids. With running two businesses of my own, I have to be very strategic with my time. And I think my kids appreciate it more when I have very specific times and opportunities where I give them my attention. So our day is really broken down into opportunities where I tell my children, mommy has to work right now, or I take them to the park and play. So those opportunities of time when I tell my children that we're going to go play and do something together really help me just to kind of take my mind off of my work for that day or whatever else it is that I'm doing and just be present with my kids. As moms, we all know that things just take a little bit longer when we are with our kids. It's not just, we can't just quickly do things the way that we would do them if we didn't have our kids there. So I love just going to the park with my kids or playing outside with them. Okay, so that kind of leads me into my number four discipline that helps me to slow down, and that is just getting out in nature. This is probably one of the most helpful ways for me to feel rested. I really love just going out and playing with my kids at the park. It's great just for their energy. Getting your kids outside during the day is so helpful for them. It's great to just get fresh air, to get some sun. We know that that's really healthy, especially in the winter seasons like this. So I really am intentional about getting my kids to the park probably at least once a day. But also when I'm just feeling like I really need to rest. For me, what is most therapeutic is getting outside, doing a hike with my family, maybe driving to the mountains to do a hike or something like that. There's something about being out in creation that really is just filling to my soul and helps me to just kind of mentally and physically rest that I don't get normally throughout my day. Okay, my number 5 discipline that is helpful for me to slow down is kind of a non-negotiable for me in my day, and that is getting up early and reading my Bible. So by getting up early, I usually get up around 5 o'clock in the morning. Most of the days of the week, Sunday I will sleep in sometimes, but by getting up at 5 o'clock, that gives me a few hours before my girls wake up. And it is extremely helpful for me to set my heart and just kind of wake up and offer my day to the Lord and what He's going to do with it before setting my own plans. So I take intentional time to read my Bible, to pray over the day, to pray over my girls, to ask the Lord for patience in my day. And this intentional time really helps me to slow down, to not just kind of like rush into my day with all of my to-do list and the things that I have to do. So maybe for you, this could look like reading a book in the morning, or journaling of some sort, or meditation or prayer, whatever it is that kind of just allows you to slow down, to stop first thing in the morning and kind of set your priorities and expectations for that day. And for me, I'm acknowledging that it is not my time, that it is the Lord's time, and I'm just a vehicle for what He wants to do with it. So yes, I have things that I would like to do and like to accomplish, but ultimately His plans are going to be what my day will be. So if I have interruptions, it's a lot easier for me to offer my day to Him in the morning than just go about my day and then feel frustrated or upset because my kids kind of interrupted what I wanted to get done. So that's it, guys. These are my 5 disciplines that really help me to slow down. I'm sure there are a few others that I do. However, right now during this season, it is a very busy season for us with this move coming up and the holidays with traveling and stuff like that. So there are things that I really need to try to be intentional about to slow down right now, because I can easily become frantic during my day. And when I start feeling that franticness is when I'm a lot more short with my kids, I'm short with my husband, and I'm just not honoring the Lord in what I do and my thoughts and my actions. So these disciplines really help me to stop, to take a moment and kind of reflect on my heart and where I'm at, and why I'm acting the way I am, or why I have the thoughts that I have, or why I'm feeling frantic to begin with. I think it's really wise and healthy and good to reflect on those things. I'm not very good at it, so this is definitely something that I'm learning and just growing in. These are the things that allow me those opportunities of time to slow down and actually think and process things. So I hope this is helpful for you, maybe not specifically in doing these disciplines like I said earlier, but just the principles behind why we need to slow down and take those opportunities to really reflect. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.